Alrighty, new candlestick pattern for you guys. I'm just going to share my screen real quick with you. Boom, boom, boom. Take this off, put that down. We're not focusing on that. Alrighty, you should be able to see my screen. Another fucking video for you guys to understand what you're looking at on the chart while it is blank. No indicators, no volume, no trend lines, no markups, 0, just strictly looking at a blank canvas and you having an idea just by having a quick glance like this, whether it's right here in the market or when you're looking at the past, or it could even be in the moment as well. We have a lot going on here. There we go. We're in an uptrend. Off the bat, you could already tell no indicators, no nothing, but we're not focusing on uptrends, people. We're focusing on downtrends. I'm going to say it one more time. We are focusing on downtrends. Why are we focusing on downtrends? I'm going to tell you why. Everyone loves to call. I call that going up. I call that spike. I call this going to $20. I call this going up to $30, whatever, $100, etc., etc. They call it the bottom, right? But what is more important, you calling the bottom or you selling at the top? Because you could spot the bottom, but how much money are you going to end up leaving with? If you're up 100% and you think it's going to go up higher and higher, when are you going to sell until it's ready to be sold? Don't be left holding the bag. I believe it's a lot more important getting yours so you're not holding anybody else's. So I'm focusing on the downtrend because that's the reversal. That's the continuation. Oh shit, that's the continuation. I can't fucking even say that word. But if we're in a bull market, everyone's happy, everyone's making fucking money. And you finally start to see why, and you finally start to see that it's breaking down. And you know that it's starting to break down and going into a bear market or a reversal. Why would you not want to take some profits? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm here. I am here to show you guys how to spot the tops. But most importantly, how to even short the market. Everybody makes money on a bull market. Everyone does. Everyone does. But when there's a bear market, who's making money? Who's making money in a bear market? It's gonna be me. It's gonna be fucking me. I'm gonna make money in that bear market. I'm gonna make money in the bear market. Easy, said and done. That's why I'm focusing a lot more on the bear market and the trend being broken. Because when it's time, it's gonna be time. But anyways, let's go and focus on the video. Let me go back to where we were at. Since we are calling the top. Oh, no, let's not do that. Okay, we should be okay. I'm going to go back to the daily. I'm not even sure where I was at. Fucking L over here. I can't fucking trade crypto. I lost against crypto in 2021, big time. I lost a good chunk in 2023. And in 2025, I could have made back. I think I was making 70% of my portfolio. But I was so like, it's gonna hit a lot more. It's gonna hit a lot more. I did not have this written up. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm just gonna blab for a little bit before I continue on with the video, just because I'm pulling this up right now. But I assumed we were gonna hit at least 123,000 to 130,000. 130,000 was my mark. I was like, if it hits 130,000, I'm selling everything. I'm selling all of it. I don't give a fuck. I'm selling every single dime. Unfortunately, it's rising, it's rising, it's rising. I believe I found these two reputable guys, YouTubers. One of them, a complete fucking nerd. And the other one, a lot more of a younger soul, makes a lot of jokes, but still knows what he's talking about. And I love that duo. Why would you not want to follow the fucking nerd? You know, and why would you not want to listen to somebody who understands fucking jokes and shit and still gives you plenty of advice and not holding back on anything and just giving us free fucking information that we're using, that we see. You know what I mean? So of course I follow them and paid for a course. I will admit, third course that I paid for, super reputable, and they're saying, hey, Bitcoin could hit fucking 250, or they're saying they're giving us three possibilities. Absolute max, 250k Bitcoin. Me, no. I definitely was not seeing that at all. I definitely would have not held all the way to 250. No, unfucking believable. I'm sorry. The other one was, I believe, like 180, 190. I guess I could kind of see that one, but I'm not looking for that one. And they were talking about 150. I was like, okay. They're over here for long-term investments. They're not day trading anything. They're long-term investments. And they had a good take profit and a good stop loss. So I was paying attention to them, and I would have sold some around this area, around this 125,000 area. I would have 100% sold some, but I was convinced not to. Not even convinced not to. I just really did believe in a lot that they said, and I paid the price. My plus 70% portfolio went down to plus 50%. I said there was still hope. And it went down to plus 20%. I said that's okay. It's not the best, but I'm gonna still hold. And it went down to minus 10%. And I'm like, you know what? That's it. And I drew this up. And then I looked back onto this because there's a 4-year cycle. I was not in any of these. I was when I first started. Oh my God. When I first fucking started, I bought crypto in this area. I bought crypto in that area when I first turned fucking 18. Oh man. When I first, actually, no, that's November. What did I buy? There we go. All right. I bought crypto first in this area. I turned 18 in April 17. So around this area, I bought crypto, and I fucking felt, this is a weekly chart, so it's definitely not the biggest drop here on screen, but you can see lots of consolidation. Yeah, I made some, it looked like I was making some fucking money, and that shit said, nah. Lost a whole bunch of it, this area, just to go back in around this area again because it was popping off, and I was like, damn, all right, this ain't it this year. And I was expecting a bigger drop. I'm missing 2022. 2024 was when? Right here. I actually have it charted up. Here we go. I'm looking at speculating, and I decided finally going. Boom, right over here, around this area. Just to still short myself out. And one of the reasons why is, one, trading is a solo game. Trading is a solo game. I'm sorry, but unless it's just the people that I've been following. As of right now, trading is a solo game, in my opinion. If you're with a group of people who just love crypto just because they love crypto, because I'm gonna be honest, you could make a shit ton of money in crypto. It's very volatile, goes up fucking fast. I would always take that route, 100%. Just recently, I said, you know what, I'm not trading crypto anymore. I'm not even investing in crypto anymore. Just pulling out when I see some profits. No, like it's a different ball game, and I've learned that the hard way. But what I'm trying to say is, I never knew about calling the tops. I only thought about calling the bottoms, looking for the bottoms, hearing where I could find the bottoms at, and just looking for the bottom just so when it goes up, I fucking make money. But no, that's not how you make money. No, you don't make money by calling the tops or calling the bottoms. You do not make money calling the bottoms. You make money calling the tops. And you fucking run and you go on to a next. Then you call that top and you fucking run and go on to a next. Again, 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 again. We don't make money calling the bottoms. We don't. We make money calling the tops. And yeah, so with that being said, let's go and focus on calling the tops again. I got another pattern for you guys. This pattern I'm going to show you guys is a lot more faster. This pattern right here is for my risk takers again. This pattern over here is going to make you want to bet a lot more. And there's a possibility that it could hurt you. There is a possibility that it can hurt you. This candlestick pattern is called a V-top. Now I'm going to draw it out for you very quickly. A V-top looks like this. You got bullish candlesticks. Could be 1, could be 2, could be 3, could be 4, could be 5. And then after that, you go down. It could match whatever was on the left side, or it could even outpace whatever is on the left side. And that just makes it go down. This right here is called a V-top. This right here is a mini V-top. I'm not sure if I would have played this in real time. Like, for example, if today was, let's go ahead and say October 6, 2025 at 8 p.m. If I saw this form, looking for a V-top, but the beautiful thing about knowing all these candlestick patterns is you see something else. You see something else. What have we already talked about? Evening star. Evening star. Evening fucking star. Confirmation. Confirmation. The basics confirmation. Resistance. And we know an M shape. Oh, I've not taught you guys M shape, but there's an M shape right over here that's very hidden. Right there. You got an M shape. Right? I have not taught you guys this pattern stick yet. But we have a super right over here. So if back then, by back then I mean like a whole year ago, when I really should have been paying much more attention to what I'm trying to preach with you guys right now, I would have been a lot more successful. I would not have allowed my portfolio to go below the green. I would not have been talking about this right now with me losing money, losing profit. It would have been me flexing. I did not call the bottom, but I called the fucking top and made some money. And that right there is the most important. Just making money. That's all you're doing. The scary thing is I might be taking your money away from you in this market. And you might be taking money away from me in this market. The banks are taking our money. The institutions are taking our money. The whales are taking our money. It's a free-for-all. Everyone is taking everyone's money. Nobody wants to be the last person to sell. Nobody wants to be the last person to buy. Can't be the last person to buy. You can't be the last person to sell. Otherwise, you're fucked. And you're going to get hurt. I've gotten hurt. I've lost too many fucking battles. And I just keep reviving myself. I keep looking back. I keep doing the same mistakes over and over and over and over. I keep living the same fucking death. And that's the beauty of it. All of this is just pattern recognition. All of this is just memory. All of this is just repetitiveness. It may not be the exact paint, but the tone is very similar. This year, I'm here to show you that I'm gonna get mine. This year, I want you to get yours too. If you really do want to learn, if you really do want to make money, I'm making this for you. I'm making all of this for you because I was there. I spent a lot of money on courses, 3 courses to be exact. I spent a lot of time studying this. I spent a lot of time searching for this, hearing about this, conversations about this. And it sucks. It sucks going through all of that. But I don't regret it. I do not regret it at all. Not even one single fucking bit. Because the best part is, I've already gone through the mud. I've already gone through the fucking mud. I went below probably more people that ever have. Still a slippery top. I'm still covered in mud. But once it dries up, it's all mine. It's all mine. I want to give back. I'm not here to sell a course. I'm not here to tell you that I'm the best fucking trader. I'm not here wanting to be a fucking celebrity of trading. I'm not here to fucking be famous. I'm just here to guide, help, show some love, be a friend, be a teacher. Most importantly, just be a provider. But that's enough blabbering. We're here for 18 minutes just talking. Let's go ahead and go back into it. V tops, V bottoms. Let's go ahead and look at it. But yeah, before I do so, look at that. If I knew those indicators of calling the tops as to what I'm showing you guys, would have been easy fucking money. Would have been easy fucking money. Even if you're not shorting the market, I still could have just been holding onto cash. Simple, easy. But let me go ahead and delete all this real quick. Get a screen for y'all, for us, for me. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so V tops, V bottoms. Luckily, when immediate ones right here. This right here is up, just over here. If we go on the thin line, it's not the nicest, and that's because of this candlestick. But in my opinion, again, this is not financial advice. I don't use this all the time, so I can't tell you what works the best and what doesn't. I'm just giving you guys the basics. And as time goes on, I will give you guys more proper information, more proper percentage-wise as to what works, what doesn't. I'm just giving you guys the basics right now and what I've learned in these last 3 years of actually trading, not just knowing of the market, but trading in the markets. This right here could have been one signal to stay away. Here is another one. Here we go. That's a V top. Let's go and look at it. This one is more like it. And then right next to it, we have another one as well. Boom. And we look at the line graph. This seems more like a V top. I would say this one as well. But off the jump, though, you have 3 of them here. You have 3 of them here, and with basic knowledge, you have a triple top. This right here should have been the indicator to pull out. You got 3 indicators plus 1, that's 4. Sorry, not indicators, confirmations. You got 3 indicators, the V tops, and you have 4, which is the resistance line. And on top of that, I don't know too much about it, but these squares over here, this is a cycle. I'm still learning into it. I did give a ballpark as to where it was going to end, and I was around that ballpark. I'm not saying I'm the GOAT. I'm not saying that I called that top, because unfortunately I did not make no money. I instead lost my profits and lost some cash, probably $2,000-3,000. It is what it is. It is what it is, but I really do believe that there is a cycle, a true cycle that you could actually keep track of. And I believe this may be the end of the bear market all the way up to July. I want to say August, but it's better to be a little bit early than to be late in crypto, because when it flies, it fucking flies. So this is the graph next. That's what I believe is going to be like. Alrighty, let's get back to our video. I do apologize. I did blabber a bit more. We are so far 23 minutes in here and with not much education. So let me go ahead and go back to the 10-minute time frame. Sorry for my mouse clicks. Eventually, you guys will be seeing, once hopefully money starts rolling in, I'm gonna give myself a new camera for you guys, a new microphone, something that you're not hearing all these fucking clicks on. This right here, just so you can see me come out through the mud. All right, you guys weren't there while I was in the mud, and that's cool. It's all right. It's not a problem. The problem is, though, I can't fucking go further back in time. Okay, that's cool. If I can go further here, yeah, that's fine. All right. Anyways, so let's go look for V tops, V bottoms, specifically V tops, as we're talking about shorting the market or calling the top of the market. Like I said, it's fast buying and then fast selling. That's all it is. That is all it is. How I should have said it is, when there's fast buying but faster decline, faster shorting, faster selling, that right there is what is the best description. That right there is what you're looking for. You want the sellers to be below the buyers. Let me go and show you real quick about what I mean by that. That's for everything, M shapes, candlestick patterns. You want one side to be longer than the other to give it more textbook. Like right over here, V top over here. But the problem is this bottom is higher than this bottom. That's not what you want. You want something like this. I just saw one right over here. That's what you want. You have massive buying, but then you have more massive selling. That is what you want right there. Same thing over here. Massive buying and a lot more massive selling. That's what you want. Where else can we see a couple more? Like right over here, did not work out. 2 candlesticks was greater than these 5 bearish candlesticks, so it did not work the best, unfortunately. Same thing over here. We got 1 candlestick that still beat these 4 candlesticks to the downside. That's not enough momentum. That's not showing you guys that the sellers are beating the buyers. So why join that in the first place, you know? Let's look for one. Like right over here, this is tricky. Obviously, you see this. With you already knowing some knowledge, you already see an evening star here. You are, oh my God, I did not even see this, but you do have one here as well. Not the best, but that's still a V-top. Then you have an evening star. Then you have another evening star. And you have a broken tree right over here. Then you have an M shape, which I have yet to discuss with y'all, but it's right over here. Then a V-top, and then you have an engulfing candlestick right over here. And a V-top that isn't the nicest. Then you have a broken tree right over here. Another broken tree right next to it. And then you have a an engulfing candlestick pattern right there. Then you have an M shape, back-to-back M shapes over here. Then you have an evening star here. You have an engulfing candlestick here, another evening star here, engulfing, and then broken ladder, and then finally an engulfing. You see how these are confirmations for the big move. Or let's say we have money in crypto, specifically Bitcoin, let's say. If you had money, let's say for some odd reason, we decided to buy in this area. Boom, we bought right here. We bought Bitcoin at 115,000. Let's say we call that exact bottom. And you're looking at the chart. And you say, okay, there's free money here. There's free money here in this area. Now buy here. So obviously, you're going to make yourself one of these. And let's say you might just go below this low. I don't know. I don't fucking know. This is, again, this is no indicators, no EMAs, no RSI. This is no volume. This is nothing. This is plain black and white screen, knowing the simple basics. This is information that you get for free, for fucking free. Like I said, I'm gonna give you guys a fucking PDF after I finish this fucking course with you guys. Free fucking course. So you're up money. You are up money. There is an imaginary line that shows you the trend. And all of a sudden, here, I believe I could even go back to replay. Yeah. Start new. Boom. Check this shit out. You're in. You're in. You're up fucking money. You're up fucking money. Money. You're in that trend line still. So you got nothing to be worried about. You're already close to that take profit line. You're already fucking close. And then boom. You get a V-top. You're a little iffy, but you're still in because it has not broken that trend line yet. Now, if you got indicators on here, It may tell you a different story as to letting go now. But like I said, plain fucking graph. No messy shit, just plain fucking graph. You're still in. You're still in. You're not taking any profits yet because you're still above that trend line still. Now our take profit is not too far, so it should hit. It should hit. Boom. Alrighty. We broke the trend line, and we have another confirmation that the trend might be ending with this evening star. Right over here, I mean, it could have been like right over here, a little bit higher. You could have taken out some profits. Could have taken out some profits, or could have at least moved your position to break even. So you don't lose nothing, you don't gain anything, right? So you let it go by. Time goes by, time goes by, time goes by, time goes by, time goes by. Okay, you get a good sign stating that, again, this is just basic information. I personally don't use this because I have indicators on my chart, but it is so easy to see since we are having a clean graph. But this, oh no, not that. But this right here is, damn, I forget, I'm not using the trend line thing. But this right here is your support line. You don't want it to break, otherwise that's your other indicator. Like, all right, let's get out of here. Boom, boom, boom. Now you're getting just more information. Like, okay, this might be the end of this fucking thing. So let's sell all of it. Assuming you saw all of it, what would it be? Let's say here to here. You made a 30% investment right there if you pull it out there. If you pull it out here on your second confirmation, you would have made half of what you just made. But that's just confirmation on top of confirmation to help you save money and to help you fucking stay in the game a lot more longer and not lose it, obviously. So boom. Say you pull out there. And you just watch to see if you made a good decision or not. Boom! It broke your other indicator. Like, okay, this is it for this trend. So now you're in some type of relief, and it breaks out of it, and you get scared, and you may FOMO, but then you see this V top, and then you see this, and then you see this, and you're like, okay. You may believe it might be going up again. So you put yourself in another position. Now I'm being really realistic here as well. Let's say, let's back a little bit and let's come to the chart. I really am going a bit more in depth than just showing you guys some candlestick patterns. I do apologize. But I really, really do hope that this is helping you guys 100%. I've said this once, I'll say it again, and I'll forever keep saying it. I enjoy talking about this. I love breaking this down. Not so much of me going back into my own trades and seeing why it didn't work or even why it didn't work, if I'm being completely honest. But here, I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit nicer as well, since we're going to be working on it longer than I expected. Let's say right over here. Can't tell what zero here. All right, another perfect example. This could have been on anyone. You see that this is a resistance line. Bounced off of it 3 times, almost 4. If you really want to mess with it, you could say, oh my God, it bounced off 4 times. But if you force for you to see something, the market's not going to give a fuck. The market's not going to give a fuck. So let's say you play the trade here and you are still confident there's a possibility it could still go up there, and you leave your stop loss back to your break-even line where you were at before, and you just let it run. We see no confirmations, but we're still in the red. I do see an M formation. I do see a candlestick being engulfed. Not much though. And you just keep going lower and lower. You already broke that zone. You can't go right back up. That may already be your sign to get out of there. You have an evening star here, then it reverses. It has to be manipulative just to get another MES sign. Just go lower and lower. That is why I believe understanding this little bit of information can help. It really can help. And that is why I also believe that others, including myself, also lose money because we want to go back in. We see this, we force a trade, not thinking about why we left this one already, just to go to the direction that we already anticipated with around this area, and we did not follow that rule. Rules are very important. I have learned it the hard way, and I am still learning it to this day. But that was very nice. That was very clean. I actually do like how I believe I was able to simplify everything and show you all of that based off a clean chart, showing you guys what you guys already know with what I've been showing you guys with the dope. Let me go and back out of this real quick. Replay. Let's leave, please. Okay. Where did you leave us? All right. So V tops. Let's continue that before I start blabbering a bit more and annoying you guys. Mango something. My lady bought it. Very delicious. Okay. Let's look for some more V tops. Give you guys a little bit more information. You have a mini one over here. Not the best, but it's still something with a evening star in between it. You do have that broken ladder, broken tree, whatever you're going to call it. Same thing here, evening star there, yada, yada, yada. You see a lot of candlestick patterns on top of candlestick patterns the more you look at it. And I'll be honest with you guys. I'm surprised that I'm even seeing candlestick patterns on top of candlestick patterns right next to each other. Being fully blunt with you guys, I will not tell you that I see that 24/7. I just happen to see it with a blank screen with you guys. Indicators do make you fade away from the basics very easily because you're more focused on to something else rather than what is showing you. And it does get overlooked. It really does get overlooked. But here we go. We have a V top over here. Let's go and show the line graph. It's very funky. It's not going to be the nicest at times. But that right there is massive buying, but even more massive selling. Right over here as well is the start of one. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Then you could use our other confirmations here as well to stay in the trade or to leave. Then right over here, I keep on bringing M's up. I really do got to start talking about it. But fuck it, I'm just talking about it in this one right here. This right here is an M top. This right here is an M top. What we want, which goes for the same thing with all of these confirmations, we want one leg to be bigger than the other. Specifically for M's, we want the left one to be bigger than the other. We want it to be taller. We want it to be a slightly slanted M, or it could even be a perfect M, as long as the left leg is larger than the right. Here we go. We got bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bullish, bearish. I talk about this a lot on my streams when I day trade. Not really here yet. I will be talking about it more. but there's a slight intro to that. And that right there is your confirmation to go in a trade. Or I don't want to say confirmation to go in a trade, but just a confirmation like, hey, this may be the beginning of the drop. That's what M's are for. This is the beginning of the drop. I would say the same thing about V tops. V tops and M's are beginning of the drop. And candlestick patterns are the continuation. Can't say that fucking word. The continuation of the trend. Again, this is not financial advice. I did not go to school for this. I still lose money on this. Do not listen to me, okay? Right over here, we might have a hidden M. We have a hidden M with a wannabe V top. Here we go. This is the V top, but this is the M. It could be that funky looking. And we have another M right over here. 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 You see? This M would not work, obviously, because you see this funky M right here? I'm going to try to copy the drawing. This M would not work, and that's because this leg is larger than this leg, or at least this peak is larger than this peak. So let's look back at the M's. How did it look and how are they formed? Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. Bullish, bearish, bearish, bullish, bearish. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. Very, very simple. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. I think that was an M. It looks like an M. And it indeed was an M. Is an M. Bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. You see? Very, very simple candlestick patterns. It's all about recognizing what you're looking at. I do tend to use that all day. For example, this right here, I would not join only because of that wick. The wick is higher than the bearish, than the bullish one. How does it look right here though? It looks like a great M. So that right there, you can join. You can join, but with a naked eye, I personally would not have. But my other indicator was, yes, this was not a beautiful M based off the candlesticks, but you do have this broken tree, excluding that green. You have that broken tree to then go all the way fucking down here. There we go. Let's look for some V tops now. Here's a V top that unfortunately did not work. We had 4 green candlesticks going up, whereas 2 was able to easily engulf them. But it was a trend that held back that short. Same thing here as well. I mean, this red one is canceling it out, but here's another one right there. But unfortunately, the trend did not allow that to work. It is crypto. It is very manipulative, so that is how they get you. Here's a V top. We only got 2, but we had 5 coming down to help push the market down. And we have other indicators here. Other indicators are broken tree, evening star, evening star, engulfing candlestick, boom. Then we have evening star here, broken tree here, not the best one, would not have joined, but it's still there with an evening star. And then we have an evening star here, broken ladder here, and then we have finally a V fucking top. Just you have this fucking big ass drop right over here. And you have engulfing, and then you have all of these 4 engulfing. I would not have joined that because it wasn't 3, it was 4. But that's still good, especially with this last one being this long. We have another engulfing, and finally we have a mini V top to finish it off. Or you could even just say it was a evening star. Whatever you want to call it, it's still there. It works. It doesn't always work, but it works. It all depends what time it is, what you're trading, what the news are, what the trend is, what the indicators are saying. If you're already placing that trade at an oversold area, it's not going to work. The list goes on and on. There's many factors as to why it works and why it sometimes doesn't work. It is what it is. Very easy. I'm glad I was able to bring that up to you guys. Very risky play once again because you have already had massive selling before the drop. And like I say, you do not want to be the last one to open up a position, and you do not want to be the last one to close a position. Here we go. Here's another one, bright as day. Here we go. Here's another one. This time the right leg is larger than the left side. This one as well, you could say. And then it just goes down. Not the most, but it still goes down. Like I said, multiple factors. This was at 1:30 a.m. So, of course, 1:30 a.m., New York session is closed. Asia session is closed. Is Sydney Asia? If Sydney's not Asia, then Sydney's also closed. So, it's London session. So, not that many people were active. Hence why the drop wasn't the biggest. That is that. Simple, easy. I hope you're able to watch all of it. If not, you can always pause, watch the next day. I'm going to keep uploading more, give you guys some more information, and hopefully wander off on a position while I'm teaching you guys and giving you guys some more golden nuggets, like how I did with the M, how I broke down that trade. I broke down like 2-3 trades, I think. And just, yeah, moral of the story, moral of the series, moral of why I am doing this. I just said it, but I'm going to say it again. You don't make money calling the bottom. You make money calling the top. Simple as that. Simple as that. Alrighty, we outie. You guys have a great day. Talk to you guys soon.